hut, hike!
Okay, welcome back to episode 12. So we're playing Middle Tennessee State, and looks like Kurt is siding with us on this one. Both of us rated C. So let's go ahead and get straight into recruiting. Got 12 prospects visiting us this week, and the nice thing about the prospects visiting us this late in the season, this is actually the last game of the year they can visit us. So I think there's a few recruits or prospects who are wanting to come visit us now, but it's too late. There's no other time. I guess we could try to see if they can come during a bye week and check out the facilities or something, but they usually like to come during games. So I don't know if that's possible. So I'm taking a look at these recruits here. We're in a lot of trouble if we don't get some of these recruits. And even though they're only 2 and 3 stars, I have so many seniors leaving next year that we really need some of these prospects. In fact, our star running back, our quarterback, all of them are seniors, and they've already been redshirted. They are going to be departing. And so our number 1 receiver, our number 1 quarterback, and our number 1 O'Neal, our pro-style All-American running back, will be departing at the end of the year. So we've got to start making sure we get some of these prospects. So what I'm doing is we started catching up on a lot of these here and getting getting larger leads, and some of them that we're behind on that I wasn't really interested in, I started dumping 500 points on because we really need to get them. See that one there, Michael Doty, we've actually caught up on him there. We were down by quite a bit for him, so we're catching up with him there. And these others were catching up too. So maybe by the end of the year, we'll go ahead and capture a lot of these. We'll see at the end of the, when we run the Advance the Week at the end of this game, we'll see if we've captured any of these prospects. And I'm not going to worry about the school, visiting of schools this time. We're pretty much done with that. So now we're going to go straight into the game. And we're pretty evenly matched this game, which is surprising. We're 8-2 and they're 5-5. So, and here it says we had 3 prospects visiting the game, but we actually have 12. So a lot of kids, a lot of prospects visiting us this week. So we got to make sure we put on a good show. We're going to have to run for over 100 yards. We're going to have to pass for over 200 at least, if not 250. So we got to put on a good show for these recruits to get that extra points and get them into the Southern Miss corral of talent. So coming up, Middle Tennessee at Southern Miss, our last home game of the year. We do have one more game next week at UAB, which is another one of our rivals. So we play UAB next week, and then we wait to see what bowl game we're in. So at the end of this game, too, we'll take a look and see what the prospects of what bowl we're going to go into and see what they think we're going to go into right now. So Middle Tennessee wins the toss, and they kick off to us like the computer does 95% of the time. And we'll go ahead and take the ball. Here we go, running it back with Parker, and they missed their blocks on the left-hand side and only got 18 yards. I've been averaging a lot more yards than that, averaging like 30 yards. So we're going to go ahead and start it with a pass. I see B, and I'm throwing a B, and he was not open. And I do not know how Ryan Gross caught that ball. But we'll take those 8 yards. That should have been a pick 6, to tell you the truth. So we'll go ahead and test the left-hand side now, 2nd down and 2. And we'll test the left-hand side. I cut it inbounds. I got some great blocks. If I would have cut up the middle a little bit quicker, I could have got a lot more yards. But 1,290 yards this year already, and 12 touchdowns. Not too bad. If I had more touchdowns, if I had like 25 touchdowns, I'd probably be in that Heisman consideration. So I'm going to go ahead and test the left-hand side again. 3rd and 1. All right, we should be able to get this 1 yard here and easily get it with O'Neal and more. 9 yards. Already have 40 yards rushing, averaging 10 yards a carry. So let's go ahead and break open with a pass here. So I don't think the 100 yards. A looks open. He did get clipped there for a second, slowed him down, but he still separated enough for him to catch that ball. So Mason catches us a 19-yard pass.
It really puts a lot of pressure on defense.
So on our way with that 200 yards passing as well. I'm going to go ahead and test the left-hand side again. with O'Neal. And don't look like anybody's going to be able to stop us. A truck stick right over number 20, touchdown. 7-yard run. Jeff O'Neal's first touchdown in the game. See if we can get him some more touches and a few more touchdowns this game. Go ahead and simulate it, and they kicked a field goal on us, so it's 3-7. They're not going to give us the game here, which is good. I like a little bit of a battle. So going back to pass, and Kane was open. I saw him open up just barely there, and I hit in the ball, but I knew he'd be running out. So I'm going to go ahead and do a power O. I love the power O because in the I formation, it's got some great blocks. If I would have cut a little bit to the left, I could have got more yards. But the power O is really powerful. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, 3-7. Southern Mississippi leading, 3-7. And O'Neal, I thought he had me in the backfield there, but I cut up and get 7 yards when I actually got stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So A is open, going to throw to Mason there. He got knocked out of bounds, 23 yards receiving. Excellent play there. And I love how this quarterback can pass on the run. So Carter, he's our junior this year. And since Broussard, I don't know if he's going to be back next week. He's hurt for one more week. I don't know if that means he's going to be back next week or if he's still hurt next week. But we've got a great quarterback in Carter. And Carter, unless he declares for the NFL or something like that, which he hasn't played enough. And O'Neal, of course, is another 3-yard touchdown, second touchdown of the game. So we're going to go ahead and simulate, and as you see there, Middle Tennessee scored a touchdown on their possession there, and now we're back 14-10, still leading the game. But like I was saying, Carter is going to be our quarterback for the foreseeable future for next year, and he's a scrambler. He is fast, so I can't wait to see what he does when he's got the ball next year to himself. So 2 minutes. Second quarter, 50 seconds left. They ran a lot. Middle Tennessee State ran a lot of time off the clock in their possession, scoring their touchdown, leaving us only a minute to get a touchdown. Jeff O'Neal gets us to a 3rd and 1 with 6 yards there. We really want to score a touchdown here. I mean, I will go for a field goal, but as you know, my limit is about a 45-yard. And another scary throw to Mason, and Mason is catching those dangerous balls somehow. I don't know how he's doing it, but we are getting those balls. And there it goes, trying to throw it away. So Carter throws it down the middle, right into the hands of a defender, and we're lucky that wasn't caught. So rolling out to the right, Mason was open, great 13-yard, 7 seconds left. We need to throw it here, and let's see if we can get a touchdown. I saw X coming early. Gross easily leaves his defenders behind, scoring us a touchdown. It's going to be 21-10, and that should end the first half here. And we have to kick off into the second half. So okay, moving on. All right, 3rd quarter, we got the ball back. They did not score, but we're on our 10-yard line. Here comes the pressure. I wanted to try the screen pass there. They almost got me in the end zone there. They always look like they're about to get you, but dumping off, the screen pass worked to Jeff O'Neal for 21 yards. Beautiful play. And could have got a little bit of extra yards, but and A. Mason, another 11-yard pass, getting us 1st and 10 again. O'Neal up the middle. Nobody was up the middle. Got 9 yards on that play, and that he reaches 100 yards on that play. So we've reached 100 yards. That should satisfy some of the recruits' requirements that we hit 100 yards, if there was any of them. I don't remember if anyone tried to do a wide receiver screen to Mason. He's a little bit slower on the takeoff than the other, so he doesn't have that burst of speed like O'Neal does. And O'Neal takes off here easy. I mean, great blocking up there. 40-yard touchdown run. He should have 140 yards now for the game. So I went ahead and simulated, and we got an interception. So now we take the ball with the interception, and we're on our own 40, so we got great field position here. So A looks open here. I'm going to go and hit him. Great catch, 27 yards from Mason. They're doing a try to see if I can get a screenplay here.
Now he's scrambling.
Beautiful play. I mean, right to him, but didn't get much yardage. Only 5 yards out of that one. Not too bad. So into third, 28-10. We're easily winning this game. Let's see if we continue to do so. Oh, and nobody was open. That was a coverage sack there.
And has again that extra instinct to know when to jump a little bit quicker.
Okay, next play.
I think we've seen him do throughout this game.
Looks like they're stepping back into a zone. A is open. I throw deep, and we miss that ball there. I have 191 yards receiving. My first punt of the game. Let's see if I can angle this out. And the punt is shanked. I don't know how that happened there, but basically we got a 10-yard punt out of that. Ridiculous. So they've sacked us once. We intercepted them, and they've broken up 2 of our passes. But they should have a lot better record than that. So we're going to simulate this to the next possession. And they score a touchdown, and they went for 2, and they get it. So they're making this interesting. We only have a 10-point lead with 3 minutes left in the 4, so we should be able to hold on here.
Really got to step it up and make a stop.
Let's cross our fingers, and I'm passing here. Right button hat is open. He was open, and he drops the ball. He drops Travis's ball there. So we're gonna go ahead and stick to the running game. We need to run this clock off. Is what we need to do, because we made them a big favor there by throwing the ball there. I'm going to go ahead and try to pass this because they're going to be blocking that run. And I'm going to throw for A. A is open. And somehow, I'm going to go for it on 4th down. Somehow that linebacker jumped up, super linebacker, and blocked that ball. We're going to go ahead and do a power O to the right. Should be able to get this. And we do.
You gotta love the intensity.
So we have 145 rushing yards. I think it subtracted off some of the rushing yards from that sack. And rolling out to the right, and Kane jumped right in front of my receiver there. I was under pressure, didn't throw it very accurately, and they got an interception. What we did not want with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game for them to be driving. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this to the next possession here, and they drive it all the way down with 7 pass plays, and they tried an onside kick, but we recovered it. So now, a minute 38, we need to drive down here and run this clock out. They have 3 timeouts, and looks like we're doing it so far. Oh, my God. When you think you've got everything under control, Jeff O'Neal fumbles the ball, and they run it back, and they are almost within field goal range. We're going to go ahead and play this because I can't afford to simulate it and them to score. So we're going to play this out.
Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. That play was going nowhere.
So we held him there. He's back to pass. And now he's almost in field goal range. If he was to kick it there, that would be a 57-yarder field goal. I'm going to bring some pressure here because I can't afford to let him get within the 30-yard line. And so now he's within the 40. That would be a 45-yard field goal down to 53 seconds. 2nd down and 6. He's dropping back to pass. And I pick it off of Page. I don't even know who Page is. But that is going to seal the game. That was scary right there because he could have tied the game up. We had to go for overtime. But Page, just like their linebackers, just comes out of nowhere and picks him off. So we need to get at least 1 first down here to win the game. So we're going to drive up with O'Neal, truck stick, and he gets the first down. So now I'm going to play the kneeling game the rest of it. And we should get out of here with a victory. I'm going to run it one more time. And that's the first down, and now we're going to kneel it the rest. He only has 1 timeout. And that should be the game.
Elated with the way his offense right now is executed. They're not in a hurry, but they're very, very methodical.
Get a few extra points when you do the quarterback kneel.
3rd first down that they've picked up on this drive.
1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard.
Well, guys, looks like we're going to escape this time. We had that game well in hand. O'Neal, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he did turn the ball over 1 time.
step up and separate himself from the rest of the
We got
guys.
one more
He
game
delivers
left, Conference
with a
USA.
real
We're going to
pleasure
take a look at the
sitting
conference
back
here
and
just in a
watching
minute here. I want to look at the player stats, see how we did, see how Carter did.
I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.
All right, let's look at those player stats now. So Carter, 20 attempts, 14 completions, 191 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. O'Neal, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Carter, a negative 2.7 there, but that was due to a sack. And Mason, 124 yards. And there's Quentin Anderson with only 11 yards. But like I said, Quentin Anderson, sometimes he scores a lot of points for a lot of yards, and then on other weeks he gets no yards. Depends, I guess, on who's covering. Actually got 2 interceptions from Page, so I'll remember him from now on. So that's pretty good, 2 interceptions. And we got a sack there too. So Tulsa, Louisiana Tech loses again. And so here we go. We still got Broussard out for a week. And it looks like we have our head coach is now going up a level. So we're going to go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do, I think. So as soon as we get ahead here, I'm going to go ahead and give, I think I need more points in this for recruiting. So I'm going to go to the recruiting points, and I'm going to go ahead and give that last half of the year so we can get more recruiting points before the next week advancement. And here we go. 1,000. I think it's a plus 1,000. Yeah, there it is. Weeks 8 through 15. So we'll get a few extra recruiting points at the end of the year, and maybe we can lock in some of those recruits before the next game. We're going to go ahead and advance the weeks now. And it looks like we have 4 commitments, and nobody doesn't look like we got a lot of points when everybody visited our school for that that last game that we had. Let's scroll down. So we have 4 commitments there, and we 6, 7, 8 commitments. So that's great. So we did get locked out by 1 recruit. But it looks like nobody else signed with any other teams this week, which is great. It means all those recruits are available for us to grab this next week, or I should say prospects. We have a recruit ready to visit, but we have 2 ready to visit. But obviously, unless we visit on a bye week, I guess we could schedule them on a bye week and just get the points for the visit on week 15. So UAB is 7-4, so they're going to be pretty tough to beat, and it's in Birmingham, Alabama. So that should be a good game. And our job security prestige is now B+, so that should help us next year with recruiting. So let's look at the top 25. Let's go down to the top 25 here. Let's look at the polls, see if anything happened in the top 10. And let's see if we made it into the top 25. So all the way 1 through 9 remains the same. So nobody's moved. Looks like number 10 dropped out. Let's see who that was. That was Missouri losing to Mississippi. And then they got number 5 next, Texas A&M. Looks like coming up. So they got a tough week coming up after a loss. So let's look at bowl projections. I promised you we would look at bowl projections, and so it has us playing in the Hawaii Bowl with San Diego State. Well, I don't mind playing Hawaii Bowl. I know we're not going to be playing for the championship, but we've already beaten San Diego State one time this year, and we pretty much crushed them in San Diego. So if we had to play them as good as we're playing now, that should be an easy game for us to win. So, all right, so we're projected to go to Hawaii Bowl, but let's see what happens if we play in the conference championship, and maybe we'll be playing in a better. I think if we win the conference championship game, we play in the Liberty Bowl. So we also didn't get any votes either to even join the top 25, doesn't appear. So maybe next week I think we really got to start winning by a lot of points if we want to break the top 25. We can't get by with just by barely winning every week. So let's look at the conference real quick. So UAB is right below us. So this is going to be a good game because the winner, I don't know how that works with a tiebreaker if they'll beat us in the conference. We do have a better divisional record. So even if they beat us, we should still win the West. I mean the East. And the West, looks like if we win the East, we're going to be playing Tulsa. Alright guys, until next episode, I hope you enjoyed this and press that like button and follow me to see all the rest of the videos I have coming out. Thanks guys.